So last week we shot an episode. We were really pumped. And then
it was a lit episode. It was so good.
in the middle of shoot, and then after shooting, me and Sam go in the living room. I start to edit, doing my thing, and then I noticed something was off, and I thought I was tripping because I had partaked in the devil's lettuce before, only me, and yeah, and then the audio was off. So last week you didn't get a full pod. I dropped a Drake clip and a UFC clip. Those are both on the channel, but this week, and you know what sucks too? Before I start, last week I had a whole segment. We have a guest here tonight. I'm gonna let her introduce herself here in a second. We had a whole segment planned for her last week, right? Me and Sam were like glazing her, bro, like crazy. I was glazing you, bro. Like it was crazy glazing, and I couldn't even use it. So tonight, I have a special guest here with me and Sam. I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hello.
So she's a little shy, guys. She's a little shy. Yeah. She'll open up a little bit as the episode pauses, but as the episode goes. But and obviously I got my main disembodied voice.
Hey yo, it's an ARF.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of let Sam lead this episode off because we have a bunch of topics we're gonna run through tonight. Not really topics, but just I don't really know how to explain this one. So Sam, I'm gonna.
Yeah. So as you haven't really watched any episodes of the podcast, have you, Emily?
No, I've only watched clips.
Just clips,
Yeah.
okay.
But that's perfect because my family also doesn't watch our podcast. So you're actually that makes you my sister for real, bro. Yeah, she's my sister for real, dog. Nobody I'm related to or live with watches the podcast. So you know what I mean. That's crazy. So you fit right in. So
we've been doing this for a while. So I wanted to talk about something like me and Andrew come from a different generation. You're younger. You're right out of high school. And for us, high school, like we had bullies. We had weird teachers. We had no laptops in school, no tablets in school. We never had a COVID shutdown, or I don't even know if we can use that word. You might have to bleep that, but
I'm not bleeping it, but yeah.
Okay. But
we move with impunity, bud.
Exactly. What was different for you, or what was school like?
Yeah, when did your school get shut down because of COVID? And by the way, guys, you could tell us how old you are because we're making it sound like we have some little kid up in here chained to the wall podcast for us.
I'm 18. Well, like through high school or just like the COVID?
Yeah, like when did COVID shut down your school? Like what grade were you in?
I was in 9th grade, so I was my freshman year.
Oh, so you didn't get the proper freshman experience?
No, I barely even went to high school, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I only went that first semester for freshman year, and then I went my junior year.
Oh.
And that's it.
Dang.
So you didn't get bullied?
Freshman and junior.
You didn't get bullied?
So did they bully over Discord or something?
Yeah, I mean, the Discord kids.
Damn, you were hella getting bullied on Zoom. Hey, my school was crazy. There was a sex tape scandal. Oh, you heard it right. There was a sex tape scandal. There was a chlamydia outbreak, and that's when I knew people were really fucking. Because I was like, hey, I didn't know you guys were fucking like this. And second, where's my chlamydia? Everybody's getting chlamydia and fucking.
Can I have any?
Can I get?
Isn't that the cool thing?
Yeah, where's my chlamydia? And my school was full of richer kids from Des Moines, which is just a little bit down the way. So they weren't mentally there, right? Everything was drugs and partying, and which is fun,
right?
But can we learn?
Yeah, I grew up in a pretty bougie area, Issaquah. So Issaquah High School is the closest thing you get to a private school without actually having to pay. You just have to live there and have $1 million house,
So did your school have bullies?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it was more you're poor stuff. It's never you look different or anything like that. It's you have less money than me. You're not driving a nice car as a junior. You don't have a Mercedes. Ooh. What's going on? No,
they would have hated me then, bro, because I was poor as shit. I was poor as shit, bro. They would have hated me, dude.
But yeah, I mean, our school, It was so it started out as like an outdoor only school, but they demolished half of it, and then like halfway through my high school, I ended up moving into this brand new building. It looks like a freaking college campus. It's crazy.
Well, that sounds like Hogwarts a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, and by the way, earlier today, Emily,
Mhm.
we tried to say to each other, me and Sam were like, hey, what house do you think each other would belong in Harry Potter?
Mhm.
And you just started getting into Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But this guy, you said Ravenclaw.
Yep.
So Sam thinks he's in Ravenclaw.
Why?
Bro,
Why is that?
when we finally do an episode where we do 2 camera shots,
Mhm.
we're going to have that debate, and I don't think you might be Ravenclaw. I was going to ask you, but you just started watching, so you might
Yeah,
not.
I haven't even first.
What house do you think she's in, Sam?
I think she's a Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
I think she is.
Yeah, well, I would say either Ravenclaw or Slytherin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but not Gryffindor. You know, because the ginger kids go to Gryffindor, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
gingers and then the nerds and like the weirdos go to Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been. And I could look at someone in public based off what they look like. I could tell you what house they're going to. I was like very prejudiced, but
Oh, what are you?
I think it's Gryffindor or Slytherin.
We gotta have you guys take the test. This may sound super nerdy, but like, I used to take the Harry Potter house test every other year, just to see if I've changed. You know.
And you got Ravenclaw every
And
single
I got
time.
Ravenclaw 4 times in a row.
Oh, damn.
So
So you are Ravenclaw then.
Yeah.
That's official.
Because AI doesn't lie, right? Like
Right.
AI runs off an algorithm, and so Sam's Ravenclaw. I guess I lost, guys. You don't have to go. I guess we don't have to wait. I guess Sam's Ravenclaw.
Sorry.
But you made your school sound like You made your school sound like Hogwarts.
It felt like it at times. Like there was so much space. Like we had 2 gyms. Like it was insane.
Only 2. My
yeah.
school had 3 or 4. Can you imagine? We had an indoor spa, like a sauna. Like there's
we had
kids
a
using the
we had
sauna.
tennis courts.
Well, mine did too. So I mean, my radio was kind of
Like outdoor tennis courts.
okay. Outdoor tennis. That's fire,
Everything
man.
all outdoors.
That's fire, bro. Like and here's the thing. I know tennis players exist in high school. I've never heard one kid that I went to school with, hey, bro, you want to go play tennis? I've never heard that ever.
That's an Issaquah thing. I heard that all the time.
So you heard
Like,
kids
do
would
you want to
legit
go
saying that to you.
golfing, or do you want to play tennis? Do you want to play wiffle ball? Do you want to
Pickleball. Did you say pickleball?
wiffle
Oh,
ball?
wiffle ball. I was gonna say pickleball, bro. That's how you guys know you're rich, dude.
My dad plays a lot of pickleball. He loves it. My brother too. He just started getting into it. What's up, Aaron?
Is he trying to be the goat, bro, or what, dude? At pickleball?
I think he's out of his prime. So
What was dating like for you guys in high school? Like for me, I didn't have a phone till I was like 21, 22. So I didn't have a phone in high school. So when I actually don't know how I survived. I don't know how I got girlfriends in high school because they'd want to text me. I don't got a phone. I don't know how I did anything. I just did it. Like I took the bus to these girls' house. I didn't have like a GPS. There was no, hey, I'm dying, calling somebody if I'm being chased. Nothing. I just kind of survived.
yeah,
I don't think Emily. I'm sorry. I don't think your generation's surviving without a phone, dude. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, they wouldn't. I need TikTok every.
TikTok injected into the veins.
Yeah.
yeah, they need it. It's like part of their being, dude. Like they need TikTok.
Yeah, now I feel like that had to like affect dating and stuff, like the not just TikTok but social media as a whole being more integrated. Like TikTok and Instagram was pretty new, like at the end of high school. Like it was just blowing up really
Mhm.
at the end of my high school. So we never really got to experience it at its height. I mean, we had Facebook, we had MySpace at some point.
Well, Facebook was really big when me and you were in
Yeah,
high
it was
school.
huge. It was humongous. Everyone had it.
Now no one really, besides old head conspiracy.
I
theories,
haven't
bro.
used that app in so long. But so for you, Andrew's been asking me a lot.
Yeah,
What do you consider cheating
like in a relationship, like
in
what
a
do you-
relationship?
It's not. I think it's important to hear from like your perspective because like you're a woman. I don't know if that's what you identify as, but I'm pretty sure that's what you identify as. I was trying to make her laugh, but yeah, she's a woman. But yeah, like what like is texting another dude who's your male friend cheating? Is what's another one I can think of? Like yeah, what do you consider cheating? and then we can just kind of round table it if you guys want. But
Well, like talking to another person or like texting another person, even if it's like not seeing them in person, just texting them. It's cheating.
so if your partner like was texting their friend of any sex, like male or female,
No, well, not a friend, but just like a person that you don't know.
So you're saying like sexual texts or flirtatious texts would be considered cheating?
Well, just like someone that you've never been introduced to, you know, like someone that you don't know that's in their circle.
yeah, like they
Okay.
don't like I don't like they've never introduced me to that person, and I'm like,
Okay.
hey, who are you texting? Like that's kind of weird. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I feel
You
like
don't
my
think
thought.
that's cheating?
I feel like that my thoughts on this have changed since I've grown older.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I mean, back when I was younger, I was a pig. Like, I didn't have any female friends. I kind of just was like, hey, if me and you aren't hooking up, like, I don't want to be your friend.
Right.
I was a pig when I was younger. I've changed, I've grown, I've matured. But now I have plenty of female. I'm going to be honest, I have like 2 female friends. Emily and Sierra are like my only 2 female friends. I feel like if I have any more, I can't do it. So I'm cool with 2. Do you have any? How many female friends do you have, bro?
Whew. I actually have a pretty large group of female people I speak to, and
Like excluding family or just like
excluding family.
Oh, yeah, excluding family. Okay.
I feel like I tend to get along with everyone, like regardless of sex. I'm pretty relatable in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a pretty big group. I'd say 12, 15.
That's not bad. That's actually a really healthy number.
Yeah.
That's way healthier than my number. You know what I mean? But yeah, with the cheating part, I would say if you know, like in that person's intentions, like, hey, they want to fuck me, right?
Right.
And I'm still texting them knowing that, I feel like that's kind of where the cheating starts.
Interesting. I kind of totally disagree with that. You know, I think that like for me, I'm just a flirty, jokey guy.
Mhm.
That's just how I talk. So it would be hard. I was in a relationship very similar where I wasn't allowed to talk to girls.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's most relationships nowadays, though.
And it's just like, man, these are really just my friends. I have no intents with these people. Maybe you haven't met them, but you don't want to meet them. I ask you every day, you want to hang out with my friends? We're doing this, we're doing that. And you would say no every single time. And it's just like, for me, as long as we're on the same page and everything like that, I think the only time you're kissing is like when you're actually making an advance. You know?
Dude, I mean, at the same time, I've come to the understanding that like we're trapped. We're just trapped. Like it's because every girlfriend I've ever had growing up is like, hey, I don't want you to have any female friends. Don't talk to any females. I don't want you around them. Don't talk about them in front of me. But then girls also want to be treated like equals and want to be a part of a lot of conversations. But the girls that we date are allowing us to treat you like equals. I kind of have to like exclude you now from my personal circle because the people we date don't allow it. And I feel like everybody's kind of lucky like that. Are you like Emily, if you wanted to date somebody and they just had a bunch of girls around, are you cool with that, bro? I don't know if you're cool with that. Like,
No, I'm not. No.
yeah, see? Like, it's kind of just like, I don't know how to explain it, but like they want equality, but then at the same time, don't have any females ever around you. I don't care if it's your mom.
I'm not trying to be sexist here, but I feel like there is a bit of an imbalance in most relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like most men are expected to never comment on another woman's appearance or anything like that, but all the time you'll hear them saying this guy's hot or look at this guy or
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, he's so hot. I love listening to his music or whatever, you know?
Mhm.
And we're not allowed to be like, dang, she's kind of cute, you know?
But not, bro. It's just plain and simple. What not? We grew up. Our parents were like, our moms were like, if our dad was like, hey, that actress in that movie was kind of cute, the whole night's ruined.
Yeah.
Like, does the night have to be ruined, mom? Because
you comment that every single time.
like their generation, Sam and Emily, didn't have a Sydney Sweeney.
No.
Because if Sydney Sweeney was around during my parents' time, every night would have been ruined. And I would have trolled my stepdad. I constantly like, hey, Sydney Sweeney's kind of bad, right? And I got him talking about Sydney Sweeney, and then my mom's mad. I mean, my mom did that with Nicki Minaj. I was talking to my stepdad about Nicki Minaj, and he was like, "Oh, she's pretty decent looking. I like her music." And my mom's the whole night was ruined. So
Can't
Nicki
talk to
Minaj,
me.
thank you.
Don't even talk to me. We can't resolve this. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too much into like the equality part because like we do, like I said in the beginning, we do have a woman here in our presence today.
Right.
Yeah.
And she knows us in real life. We're not. I mean, we might be sexist, but you know, she knows us. Like Emily knows us to the point where like she's not uncomfortable enough to like be our friend if we were actually really sexist towards women. That's why I try to tell everybody like, all right, certain things I say might be crazy, but they're not crazy enough to where like people around me know the real me that I'm not like that. So
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So totally different subject. But one thing that me and Andrew, well, mostly Andrew likes to talk about is these conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Okay.
and Emily, bro, you know that's my bread and butter, dude.
Yeah, at first it was really hard for me to like embracing, like at the end of the day, all this stuff is cringe. It's goofy.
100%.
Like Ancient Aliens. If none of you
Yeah.
have watched this show, it's one of the weirdest shows ever. Legit, anything that has ever happened has to do with aliens.
Everything, bro. That's why I stopped watching.
Like
it.
that sentence he just had right there, aliens created it.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew, stop watching it
Because of ancient astronaut theorist. That's the greatest job title ever.
Yeah, because it's not a real, like, obviously nothing's real, right? Like, nothing we do is real.
It's all
I even
they
told
are.
you to this, like, when we're at work, all three of us together. Like, do you understand? We just show up to this place, put on, like, our work uniform, and we pretend to help people. Like, that's not real. We're acting. We're literally acting, right? So when you say you're an ancient astronaut theorist, that's next level acting.
It really is.
It's next level trolling.
And the fact that this show has access to so many ancient astronaut theorists is crazy. Like every single thing that happens in this show, they say, according to ancient astronaut theorists, this did have to do with aliens. God, everything, anything.
So you've seen it before?
I've seen that episode Sam sent me.
So is it cringy or what is your review?
Well, it was crazy. It would talk about like all like the religions and the stuff that they would do, but then they would find like a small little thing and be like, but this is because of aliens.
Because of the ancient astronaut theorists.
And there's some episodes I like the one we're about to talk about because you put me and Emily both onto the Puma Punku episode,
Mm-hmm.
and then the you got to remind me of that.
The
name.
Allura Caves.
Yes,
And Lolibella.
yeah, you put us onto those episodes, so that's what we're gonna actually talk about. But they had some good stuff in there, right? Like
They
the
really
diamond cut versus laser cut. That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The way that this and the Allura Caves in India is literally
goodness.
one out of one mountain.
Yeah, they just
Yes.
dug straight into this mountain. Like, this is one of the most detailed pieces of work. I legit don't think that anyone on our planet would attempt to do something like this right now.
The Minecraft kids would, but nobody like with a real job would,
Right.
because they can't replicate it. Only Minecraft kids can replicate that.
Yeah, and it would be a 15 times scale, you know?
And I've showed you some of my Minecraft stuff. I kill it. You know, I could
Yeah.
do that, Emily, but the real life humans could not build the Allura Caves, dude. And maybe they did. So the point is they have really good stuff, but at the same time, I stopped watching that show because everything was according to ancient astronaut theorists believe. And like the guy Giorgio
Oh my goodness.
with the crazy hair, and he's like, and sometimes he be talking crazy, like he's making a diss track.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro, who are you dissing? Like, just talk about aliens. Like he stands on business. Like
He's so like for sure about everything. He's like, no, it was ancient aliens, according to ancient astronaut theories.
Do you guys think they're grifters?
I don't know who these people are. I don't know why the History Channel was like, yeah,
They kinda low-key
you
are
get
grifters.
20 seasons of a show.
Yeah, I mean, because all they talk about is nonsense.
But I do truly believe the Allura Caves means one of two things. I think that it means we had a technology in the past
Mm-hmm.
that we lost or was taken from us, or ancient aliens. I really do. It looks like this would be something impossible to make. And then, like, there's legit statues in this Elora Caves that look like someone is in a spaceship,
Yeah.
literally flying, like you can see the flames beneath almost, and it just like he's pointed straight to the sky. Like, why is this like this? How can we explain this?
Well, remember when Emily number 2 was like, because the one that we're sitting with today is Emily number 1, but remember when Emily number 2 started to look like someone sitting on a toilet?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Emily number 2, go back to your room. Enough of you. You know what I mean? It's a spaceship.
It looks like one. What do you think?
Yeah, I need to look at the picture.
Yeah, pull it up real
Like,
quick.
Yeah, I don't.
And while Sam's pulling it up, because I'll put it up on the screen when he has it. If we did make that at that time, how do you explain that? Because they're claiming, Sam and Emily, that you can't make that, you can't really replicate that now, and especially the Elora Caves, it's all built out of one mountain, and they're saying like that looks like that took thousands of years to make.
Thousands now. It would
Now.
take, and the precision, the ability to not run into any caves or anything. Like, how did they know the structure of this mountain was
Wasn't there a
hold?
part of the Elora Caves that like when the equinox or the sun goes through the
Yeah.
like it was like matching perfectly with that too? Like how did they know that, bro? It's almost like when I tell you guys the measurements on the pyramid of Giza are like the speed of light. Like the measurements are the same numbers that the speed of light is. Like how is that even possible?
Oh shoot! Which one is it? This guy?
Yeah, this guy.
So I'll put the picture up here actually.
This is the Elora Caves.
Yeah, this is in the Elora Caves.
Are you showing her the spaceship guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
That's crazy.
I'll have Sam send that to me.
Yeah, I will. And then we see like Lolibella in that same episode, and that's pretty crazy too. I mean,
That's not what the churches are.
yeah,
there's like
they dug straight into the ground and built these beautiful churches.
Yeah, a lot of it. Do you guys? What is the connection between like the religious ties to this? Because like, why is everything that's like impossible to build, we can't really replicate it? Why is it always like religious in nature? Like, are these entities, if they are aliens or spiritual beings, like, are they telling us to build that, or they know that's what we want to build and they'll help us? Why is it always religious in nature?
I hate to reference the show again because it's terrible in nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most toxic version of theory finding, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that they do point out a lot in the show is like how many religions reference beings coming from the sky, and they call them gods. They have wings. There's these like crazy landing sequences,
Like the
that
book
they
of
describe.
Ezekiel is
Yeah,
one of
stuff
them.
like that.
Yeah.
And there's so many references to these ancient cultures, basically directly saying they got helped from someone that was superior to them.
Yeah, they do. You're right, and almost every religion talks about it.
Yeah, and then if you go outside of religion and look at like the natives here, the natives all over the country, all have similar stuff. They legit believe in aliens. Like they all talk about ancient aliens bringing them stuff and helping them. Not all of them, okay?
Well, up until I would say like the 1940s, the world believed that.
Mm-hmm.
It's up until like the 40s, like around World War II, when we started being more more like in tune with technology. But like up until that point, the whole wide world was constantly with angels, demons, God. It was like kind of, that's what it was. Have you ever seen, Emily, have you ever seen a picture of like what a biblical accurate angel looks like?
Yeah, where it has all the different eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We drew that a couple months ago, remember? We had like that picture we drew, but imagine seeing that. Imagine like you go outside and that big eyeball with wings and like circular eyeballs like just moving.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm them in that time
And
period,
they can't describe it.
you're a
Like,
god.
us today, we could say that's a ship.
Yeah.
That's a ship, and the person coming out of it, that's an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not like, hey, you are like it makes sense why they would say God.
Unless God be chilling in outer space in a spaceship, you know, maybe he's out of heaven. Maybe he's just chilling like Supernatural.
It could be God, bro. Okay, so have you guys? I think I told you, Sam, but I'll let Emily in on this next one. There was like a report that I read on the CIA's website about a incident in Russia where they shot down a UFO. They go to descend upon it. These light beings come out of it. They fuse into one, and the light became so bright that all 20 of the soldiers turned into stone. Right? That don't you? And that's on the CIA's website. I'll link it to you.
Jeez.
How do you explain that? Like that's one of the that's one of the dark sides about this, right? Like if these things can come here and do all that and help us build like Puma Punku and the Elora caves, you wouldn't want to tell people that you could potentially get turned into fucking stone? Like how does that not come up when it comes to public safety?
Right.
I know they just hit it probably, and they probably told the family some bullshit excuse like, oh, they turned into stone because you know how they are. They slept under something. But like, I don't know, bro. Like if
something slipped into all their drinks.
Yeah, and they just they just turned into stone. How do you? I don't know how you would explain that,
Is there
bro.
evidence of this?
Besides
just on the website.
Well, besides the CIA's actual like website talking about it, there was no pictures or anything. It was just a report. And she's right. You would need evidence to like to convince the masses that just happened.
Right.
But like, well, I think what we're dealing with, you can't really bring evidence for it.
No.
How like if these things can just come in and out of our airspace and water and disappear and do what these
go light speed. I mean, if aliens come to, if they meet us, we're done. Like if we try to engage or anything like that, we're dead. Or like
yeah, that would make sense.
It would be we need to start building some underground stuff. You know.
I compared us to ants before because I think the ant analogy is like the best analogy you can use for this situation, right? Ants have like their own colony, Emily, right? Like their own way of life. But they have no idea that like humans are just walking out here amongst them and can instantly take out their anthill like it's nothing. But I bet in their own little ant world, they're like, we're strong, we're like an army, and we have families, and nothing can take us. And then like literally, we walk amongst them. They probably can't comprehend how big we are. That's what I compare it to. That's probably what's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting, like the amount of evidence. You got to call it evidence once you see it enough, you know?
Yeah.
Whether it's the UFO sightings or the Elora caves, Puma Punku with these 10-ton rocks, the Lullabella.
Yeah, and you actually might be an alien, Emily. I'm going to be honest with you.
Maybe.
Well, according to ancient aliens, we're actually like half-breeds.
Well, because it makes sense. I'm just gonna say it, but like you're a twin, obviously. And shout out to your twin if you ever watch it. She's probably not gonna watch it, but if you do, I love trolling you. But
I've never met you.
I think twins would be the best case for aliens. Gonna be honest. Hey.
So one thing, but random. So Marquise Morris once played for Markieff Morris in a NBA game. Because they're twins. They look exactly alike. The NBA couldn't tell. And then one time on a podcast, he said, have you ever done that for your sister? Have you ever filled in for her?
No, but she has actually for me one time in elementary.
She filled in for you and no one noticed?
Yeah, like I got in trouble and I had to stand on the wall. We like switched real quick and during recess, and she stood there the rest of the recess.
Wow.
What an
shout
OG.
out to you,
Yeah.
bro. But nothing else like...
No, not like... No, we never switched in school or anything.
I think one time forgot what age I was, but when I was going to get my license, I passed the written test, but I couldn't pass the driving test when it comes to parallel parking, right? That was always like my
I
bane.
sucked at that.
That was the bane of my existence. So, and if you've ever met my brother Justin, you would know that like we're not twins, but like we kind of look like brothers, but like he's kind of darker skinned than me and like skinnier than me. I said, "Hey Justin, you should go take the driver's test for me. I'll give you my ID. You go in there and take the test." And yeah, it worked. I mean, I was sitting in the parking lot waiting for him to come out. He comes out like 15 minutes later, like running towards the car. He's like, "It's good, it's good, it's good. I did it, I did it." And they believed it was, they believed he was me. So I mean, yeah, I kind of did a. I don't know if that's legal, and I don't know if what I just
Oh,
did.
jeez.
This sounds crazy illegal, but they can't prove it. So allegedly, right?
All
It
alleged.
allegedly happened.
But if I was a twin like you and your sister, I'd be doing crazy stuff with my twin, bro.
Yeah.
Can you guys feel each other's like pain and like sadness?
No, that's fake.
That's all fake.
So
Yeah.
when she's happy, you don't feel it?
No,
I would.
maybe maybe sometimes. But sometimes we'll say like the same thing at the same time.
Oh,
Like
okay.
maybe we're on
That's
the same
crazy.
wavelength.
But like when she's sad, you just don't care. I mean, it's probably because you don't care, right? Like,
Yeah.
thank you for being honest, bro. Honesty is really key. That's why I fuck with you. And I said that last week when we shot the thing. Remember, Sam?
Yep.
I said Emily, bro. She's the humble bambino, dude. Like, and I expect nothing less, bro. Because if I had a twin, I'm not feeling your pain, bro. There's enough already in here. There's already enough in here, bro.
Yeah.
Now I gotta feel your fucking pain.
Yep.
Your boyfriend cheated. Now I gotta feel that. No,
I
I
got
got
hurt. Damn.
That's insane, bro. What? So who's the oldest out of you two?
My sister, Amelie.
Oh, I think you told me that before. But how many minutes?
1 minute.
Damn. So she big sistered you by 1 minute.
By 1 minute, yeah.
I would never let you live that down if I was her. I would
I'm
always
taller
bring.
though. I'm taller.
You're taller.
Yeah, 1 inch
So what's more important, her being older by a minute or you being taller?
taller.
I agree. Taller is more important.
But
Because the
guys,
younger, taller brother will win, or sister.
you think so? Because I think that like most people wouldn't care that girls are short. It's always when guys are short that the people care. Like if you're a short guy, you get.
But girls
clowned
want to
on.
be tall.
Yeah.
They all wear heels.
Yeah, so you feel like girls do want to be tall?
Yeah, I feel like that's the standard for anybody. That's
Like, how tall-
Everyone wants to feel
yeah.
dominant. You know that I don't get
Anyone who's short, if you ask them if they want to be tall, they're gonna say yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're a guy. No one wants to be a short guy. Being a short guy on this planet is a death sentence,
those.
bro.
Rough. R.I.P. to me.
RIP to your social score. Because if all of us had a social score like on some Black Mirror shit. I'm short to some people, they'll say. I mean, you don't understand that, right? I'm
You're
not
taller
short.
than me.
I am taller than you, but most girls would say I'm short.
Yeah.
My brother's barely taller than me, and Justin gets more like looks compared to me, just by a couple inches. That's all it takes. What you do, right? What are we doing? All it took was, and Justin. Oh, you have Justin in a fat suit. That's all I got told growing up. So I had to work on my personality. Who has the better personality out of you two? Out of you and your sister?
Me. It feels wrong to say that.
No, it doesn't. It's not wrong. You're telling the truth.
Humble
She's the
Bambino
humble
right
Bambino,
here.
bro. She's the
Let's
humble
go.
Bambino. And honestly, like I don't doubt it. You probably do have the better personality. I've only met your sister a couple times, but just right off the rip, you're easier to talk to. I've tried trolling your sister multiple times. It never works. She either
Yeah,
can't hear me or she's not paying attention. But with Emily, she really like,
She's the goat of playing along. You know.
yeah, dude, there's nobody better at it almost, I think. Like the way we've nonchalantly just trolled people, like it's legendary trolls. They're not normal trolls, Sam. They're legendary. Right? She just goes along with that. I don't have to tell her. I don't have to wink. I don't have to do nothing, bro. She just knows.
I
That's
just
the most
know.
important part.
Yeah, we've done a couple of little, not big pranks, but
But like, who? I kind of feel like I do it too much.
me too.
I don't want to
feel-
turn. I don't want to turn this into an intervention because like you both are here and like it could be an intervention, but like
Just
I
don't
kind of,
cry.
I kind of feel like I'm too addicted to trolling.
It is it's a problem.
Yeah, like some people, like my family has a really big history with like drug issues. They're probably mad watching this. I don't care. Stop doing drugs then. But my issue would be trolling. My issue would be trolling. See, no, but so many people in my family have drug issues that I don't care anymore. Like, when people are online saying like, "Hey, I have my little sober coin,"
Yeah,
I don't care. Just stop doing drugs. Sorry, I don't care about your sober coin, dude.
fair.
I'm supposed to give you brownie points now because you didn't crash out on your family and do drugs. I'm sorry, dude. Just don't do drugs. That's my experience with them. It's like
Fair enough.
my mom and them have drinking issues, right? Oh, do you deserve a little sober coin because you stopped drinking for a week? You know those type of people would go on Facebook like, I stopped drinking last week.
Oh, it was all over the place.
Everybody gets likes on their posts like, oh my god, girl, you stopped drinking. Like, yeah, hey, guess what? You don't like, when your parents used to say like, oh, I put a roof over your head, so respect me.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do that. I'm not gonna give you a brownie point because you put a roof on my head. You're supposed to do that as my parent.
Yeah, thanks for not putting me on the streets.
Yeah, it is what it is. But out of you and your sister Emily, who has had the more scarier paranormal experience? Because I feel like, since you guys are siblings, you shared that experience together, and by paranormal, it could be like ghost, basically anything that's scary.
Do you believe in anything paranormal?
Yeah, I believe in all of it. I believe in demons and ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, you fit right in. You fit right in,
I
bro.
feel like I've had more paranormal experiences. I dealt with a lot of like sleep paralysis. It's really scary. We were talking about that, me and Andrew.
Dude,
But-
Sam, this is what I told you. That when I say, Sam, that she's my sister, I fucking mean it, bro. Because I also have problems with night terrors and sleep paralysis. And we look like each other kind of low-key. And we just know, we understand each other. So this is like actually like, and now I'm glad you guys who are watching get to hear this because I say it. I don't feel like people know what I'm talking about, but now you know what I'm talking about. You saw the smile I gave you when you said the sleep paralysis shit?
Yeah.
So that's like you can't move.
Yeah, like you're just frozen and
Yeah, I've had that a couple of times too. I used to have like super vivid nightmares to the point where I thought a lot of it was real.
Well, I kind of go through what she's going through, but mine are. I have watched this documentary on Netflix that made me feel like really like I was alone in this type of situation where I'm awake. Like right now, I'm awake, but I'm like seeing things. So I felt like I was trapped in like this world where like the spiritual world was still happening while I was awake, but I wasn't sleeping. And since a kid,
So you're the last airbender.
it could be. I mean, I've had some scary ones. Like one time I remember I was sleeping in a room and I remember waking up and like right above me, bro, like somebody was like leaning over staring at me and it looked like a geisha. Like the Chinese, like the Japanese women. I think they're Japanese, right? It looked like a geisha was just like glaring at me. I wake up, I look up and she said, "Follow me." So she gets up, leaves the room, and I go, okay, I put a shirt on, I go to find her. And I'm in the living room, like searching for her. Like I'm like lifting up the covers, looking under. Somebody had come out and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I turned around, I'm like covered in sweat. I'm like, "Yeah, what am I doing?" I said, "There's this lady who said to follow her." Like, "Yeah, nobody's here, dude. Go to bed." And I'm like, yeah, there was no geisha, was there?" Like, that's been my whole childhood, bro. Is stuff like that. It's terrifying. And it's hard to date people too, because when you try to date them, like, "Hey, you want to spend the night?" "Oh, you want to, now we're living together?" And like, now they have to deal with that. It sucks, dude.
Yeah. My biggest paranormal thing happened at Big Five Sporting Goods when I used to work there.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, so
I don't think you told me about that. What were you?
okay, so there's a couple of parts of this story. So the main thing, I worked there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We had this manager. Everyone hated this dude. I have seen 6 times where this dude would go into his office and the ceiling would fall on his head.
Did he get hurt?
Huh?
Did he get hurt?
No, it was just like the old, the retail ceilings,
Yeah.
the almost styrofoam things, but they would just fall on his head and he would replace it, like, and then a week later it would fall on his head. But we had some crazy stuff, like over by the shoes. I don't know if you've ever been in a Big Five, but right by the back room, in the shoes area, we would hear kids running. Like in the mornings, we would show up and we would hear footsteps around the shoes. We would hear giggling occasionally, It was crazy.
Like, what would you guys think it was? Like, you guys just kind of played it
We
off,
knew.
or
We knew at like the old people would all be like, yeah, those are the kids.
those are the kids?
Yeah. But the craziest thing that happened in the store, I've seen like outlines of people in the rafters, but where we store a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I've had cold chills going in and out of that back room that have no explanation because there's no AC right there or anything. But the craziest one was me and my friend. We were putting away shoes. We were organizing the shoe wall in the back room, and my friend or my coworker, he says, "Dude, it got cold out of nowhere. I see this dude shivering."
Mm-hmm.
And out of nowhere, all the shoes fell off the wall. Every single shoe.
Just started tumbling down onto the
Yeah,
ground.
they just fell simultaneously.
That's
And
crazy.
I went home for the day. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. Thanks, kids.
Did your boss get mad that you left?
No.
Did they have it on camera?
Yeah. It was
Damn, why didn't they
absolutely-
ever post that?
It was absolutely insane. Yeah, Big Five it was pretty creepy. Yeah, like there were so many times you'd hear voices and you'd see these little outlines of people. The footsteps always got me every time that you'd hear.
Well,
Oh.
like, besides the sleep paralysis, Emily? Like, is there like anything else kind of scary ever happened to you besides being like a younger sister by a minute?
Well, just like sleep paralysis. That's really like the only thing, I guess. But my mom, she's super into like all that stuff. She's even like predicted deaths and stuff through her dreams.
Oh, so she's
Yeah,
she's
like,
really what's the word? She could predict. Like, there's a word for predicting. I always use it, but like kind of like Anakin Skywalker, like
Yeah.
they can use the Force. They tap into like this like. Who's? I mean, you don't have to say the name, but like how many deaths are we talking? Like she's predicted.
well, like there's one in like particular, but she's like also like predicted like just little things or like something bad is gonna happen to you, and then like something bad happens, or but she predicted my my ex stepdad's mom's death, like just the day before. She's like, I think you should call your mom, or just like I think something bad is gonna happen, and literally the next day she was dead,
Oh,
and he didn't even call her that day.
he should have done. Hey, so her intuition's like on point then.
Yeah.
Level 10.
Hey, and people with good intuition, it's a curse, bro, because you live with such anxiety, and you live with the fact that you know stuff's gonna happen, and nobody wants to listen to you until it happens. So then people start to think that you're like a know-it-all or trying to be a nosy in people's business, but it's like, hey, if you don't want to talk to that person before they die, that's all you.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out Emily's mom, bro. I didn't know you. That's crazy that my sister didn't tell me that you did that. So now I don't. Now we gotta tap in, bro. Tap in, but
Gotta
that
lock in.
Yeah.
Lock
I-
in before you clock in, bro.
have
We're not clocked in.
you guys never met Fran, did you? When Fran worked at Walmart,
Definitely not.
No.
you never met her.
Because you already
Never
had
heard of
been
it.
doing that when... You already had been doing the Fantastic Review when I came in.
Yeah, well, she had told me that like she could like astral project into my room, and like when she did that a couple times, she said that like a spirit would come out of the wall, and it was like a kind of a jokester spirit, like a troll type of spirit, and she said that like he had been following me like my entire life because when I was a kid, I would have these like really strong dreams and like night terrors that would take my spirit into the spirit world, and I got lost there one time. So he like had to help me find my way back to my body, and when he did, he never left. And mind you, when she's telling me this story, I'm like, oh, like I was jaw dropped, bro. She's like, hey, do you have like problems with like night terrors and like sleep paralysis and stuff? And she's like, do you ever feel like there's like a troll spirit just following you around? I was like, look, I legit wanted to look around for camera. I was like, Fran, what do we
You're welcome. What is that show? You got
something? It's something, bro. But you get what I'm saying. It's like it's with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so I'm like looking like Fran. What are you talking about?
Punked.
But punked, yeah. But that's like the only other thing I can think of, you know. So, but yeah, if you, I had fun. I had fun. I feel like we could have talked a little more, but
Yeah, I thought it was good. She did a good job.
if you guys, I think people in the comment section, she's the humble bambino for anybody who's interested. So we got to get the humble bambino back
Gotta
on.
make that her TikTok.
And hey, you did good for your first episode, man.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know, I'm a really good listener, so sometimes
That's crazy
I forget
because
to talk.
that's all I do is talk, bro.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
She's basically saying that's all you guys fucking do is talk. To.
Shut up so I can talk.
I feel like sometimes I do it too much to you two, and especially Emily. I've trauma dumped the fuck on her, bro. Like, so I feel bad. I know I do it, and sometimes I'll realize it while I'm doing it. And I just like slowly start to like be quiet. I'm like, Well, she says it, but I know her. Like, if I know her, like I think I know her, like it's not cool, but it is cool.
Right.
Because I would probably see that too. Like, oh, it's cool. I'm like, you're my friend, but I'm later. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. If do you care about people following you at all on social media? Because like I can like link your stuff below.
No, I don't care.
No, yeah. So you guys will probably never be able to follow her. She'll be like just.
I just don't really post like nothing ever.
Maybe we change.
We gotta get her to start doing that skits.
I think that would be great.
Yeah, like Aubrey Plaza type skits. I've been trying to get her
Or
to do
maybe
stand
she
up.
just does like mini rants.
Yeah, that'd be
You
kind
can
of
just
cool. Like
rant
mini
on
rants.
stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And you pick whatever you want to use. Press record and we go, dude. But yeah, like every day, like every week, you can follow me and Sam on here. Sam has a YouTube channel, his own TikTok, all that, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Sorry, guys.
You guys can follow us on like literally all those platforms. Like Emily said, you're never gonna be able to follow her, so don't ask about her. Don't try to like see what she looks like. I barely know what she looks like. She's literally sitting right in front of me. So, but yeah, that is the we took
And here comes the autism right when we
Yeah, no, and I'm not cutting that either. Guys, I'm not cutting that because this company is called Say What's Real, not Say What's Edited. So if it was called Say What's Edited, I'd edit that out. But Sam's right, the autism is coming. So but until next week, guys, peace.
Bye.
Bye.